Unfortunately, they don't understand the Dark Forest law, and while they wait for a response, the alien advance force has already set off on the invasion journey. The day that handsome admiral is about to get on the deck of the retired battleship USS Missouri, it's announced the U.S. Navy will team up with Japan, Australia, and Singapore. Kicking off Pacific Rim exercises, the Reagan-led carrier group sails into the Pacific. Right off the bat, the commander gives the order to initiate anti-submarine drills for the 1st Destroyer Squadron. As Super Hornets zoom up, Arleigh Burke-class USS Sampson and USS Jones are ready. Just as these ships are making waves in the Pacific, 5 speedy flying objects suddenly zip across the Earth's skies. This scene's on the research station head, so he quickly contacted Carl, the radar station chief. Because the trajectory coordinates of these 5 flying objects indicated they were headed right for the radar station near Hawaii. After the crash, part of the debris flew toward Asia, while the other 4 continued to head toward the handsome Navy. Shortly thereafter, John's girlfriend spotted 4 unidentified flying objects splashing into the ocean from radar. The debris that crashed in Hong Kong was initially analyzed to pose no threat whatsoever. They were just signal emitters from an alien spaceship, with the main focus being the one that fell in the Pacific. The Admiral soon got word. Spaceship landed 150 nm south of Fleet. Strangely, however, their radar had detected nothing, and their craft's launch sections. There's plenty of open space on Earth, but bizarrely enough, their radar showed nada. I guess it's understandable considering the gap with our beloved radar systems, so they ordered the Sampson and Jones 2 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers to team up with the Japanese destroyer, the Myoko, to form a little squad for investigation. Before long, they sighted an unidentified object in the water through their binoculars, but the radar was still showing nothing. These alien warships were cloaked. For safety, the destroyers held back. So they sent out a speedboat instead, with John, the captain of USS Jones, and 2 crew members trying to approach while shouting, but the other side stayed radio silent. What was before them was something nobody had ever seen before. It looked like a giant tower. Eager to take a closer look, John disregarded his crew's warnings and paragraph circumflex, proceeding with determination, stubbornly, and even resorting to physical action despite the protests. "Stop it immediately, Captain. Retreat at once. Retreat now." That colossal energy shield effectively isolated the aircraft carrier strike group, keeping them at bay. Not only was it a physical barrier, but it also jammed communications. The 3 withdrawing destroyers all lost contact, and the Super Hornets didn't even know what hit them. They rammed straight into it, causing the 3 destroyers inside, along with their radars, to be completely inoperable and fried. Just as the 2 guys on the surface managed to pull John aboard, and before they could even get moving, a gigantic alien ship emerged from the ocean in a way that defies logic, crashing hard right in front of the speedboat. Can we still get out of here? Can we still go? Is there a way out? Someone, anyone, help. Is there still a way for me to get out of here? To their even greater despair, there are actually 3 of these warships in total. They lined up across from the 3 destroyers, and upon witnessing the chaos, John's brother, the captain of the USS Sampson, ordered a horn blast for a warning. The enemy seemed to think, oh, it's as if only you have the ability to honk a horn. Following that wave out FO sur l'éclair for 7 ligages lower the powerful shout, a metaphor here, the 3 destroyers were completely overwhelmed. In a fit of frustration, the captain ordered the turret of the USS Aegis to target the alien warship, and the horn blower was daringly brave. It was the brave Aegis who fired first, and that horn blast gave the 3 destroyers a serious scare. In his anger, the captain ordered Aegis turrets to aim at the alien warship. The horn blower is also quite bold. "This Pacific Ocean isn't your private property. Since you're so determined to court death, why shouldn't we indulge your wishes?" The defensive cannons of the Kyongsi ship were swift to intercept first and foremost. Dense high-speed bullets shot out instantly, even though the bombs didn't change trajectory. Due to the proximity and sheer number of them, attempting to intercept them all was merely a pipe dream. Meanwhile, a little boat that had stalled was parked there honking incessantly. Just in front of the honking was... At that moment, the stalled little boat finally revved up its engine since battle had begun. Waiting around would make them nothing more than cannon fodder. Ironically, traditional female soldiers still used machine guns to fire if not for enemies entering the blind area. They would have been vaporized in seconds. Meanwhile, the speeding Sampson was ready to retaliate. Realizing radars couldn't track the target, the enemy's electronic warfare was on par with Eastern Dragons. Seeing John and 2 companions attacked, the USS 353 could only manual aim for harassment. After bombardment, the Arleigh Burke was crippled, bow damaged, hull flooded. You could say it was a full-on battle. The attacking power was nothing to sneeze at, but aiming, not so much. This round of attacks had some serious muscle, but when it came to firing, they were all bark and no bite. With that level of attacking power, The boat was now damaged and water was flooding the hull. You could say they were now nothing but scrap metal. They thought a few desperate shots would turn the tide. Little did they realize that they were actually bringing about the destruction of freedom. Right before their very eyes, John's brother and the entire battleship were blown to smithereens. Underestimating the enemy while overestimating their own capabilities brought this predictable outcome. In no time, John returned to the Aegis, but the captain and first officer had already checked out in the first blast. Following the chain of command, John became the acting captain, and his first order: go all out and avenge his brother.